Om Jai Jai Sai Ma, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to our Christmas celebration. Our celebration of the Christ consciousness brought to planet Earth, activated. My name is Mary Seiss, and I serve as the program director of Her Holiness Sai Ma's Magdalena Healing program. And I welcome all of you. In our welcome, we often say the words Om Jai Jai Sai Ma. And what those words mean for those of you who may be new with us today is I honor the divine feminine in me and in you. With me today are Diane Brennerman and Lisa Guinan, who will be presenting this program. And Diane serves as the assistant director of the Magdalena Healing program. Lisa serves as does everything else in the Magdalena program. So it's as the center of the Magdalena program, the holds this program and serves in our customer relations and everything else Lisa does and more. So we welcome you. And it's been our joy to put this program together for you today as we reflect on what does Christmas really mean? What are we celebrating? What is this really about for us? And I especially welcome our newly initiated Magdalena students into the program. They were just initiated by Saima this about a week ago. So many of them are here, and we're so delighted to have you with us. So let us all take a deep, deep breath together. As together we connect and align to the Christed energies within each one of us. And I invite you to imagine, see, perceive, welcome the light from the heavens, allowing it to flow through the crown at the top of your head, opening this crown chakra, this portal of energy that connects you to the higher aspects of you, your soul, your higher self, the I am presence, source itself. Saima has taught us that we are multidimensional. We're here, we're there. And there's only a very small part of us here. Our consciousness is here on planet Earth. And so I invite you to welcome this light. Welcome your connection. You can never be disconnected from this, never. So with a breath, bringing this light into the brain, allowing it to move between the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere, balancing your brain. Is this time on the planet is a time of balancing masculine, feminine, right and left. You may want to imagine a figure 8 symbol, an infinity symbol as it moves from the left hemisphere to the right, balancing. Your capacity to love and be loved, to give and to receive. Balance. All the qualities that Mary Magdalena possessed. be powerful and to be tender. Balance. Allow this light to move deep into the limbic structures of the brain, the middle part of the brain, where there's contraction, where there's fear. Allowing this light to soften, to transmute the fear. Allowing this light to move between your eyebrows, the sixth chakra, which is your vision center, your vision beyond this earthly senses. Your soul's vision for your incarnation. To see beyond the limitations of the physical. And then with another breath, I invite you to move this light down to the throat. Again, the figure 8 symbol in the throat. Sai Ma has spoken that this is the time, the Satya Yuga, the time of truth. And the throat is about opening yourself to truth and authenticity, activating that. And most importantly, being truthful to yourself. Speaking your truth. With another breath, bring this light down to the heart center. Again, the figure 8 here. Opening your capacity and activating it, capacity for compassion and gratitude. Compassion for yourself. Compassion for others. Ma has taught us that compassion is the antidote for judgment and division. Activating compassion. And with another breath, bringing this light down to the belly. And here, activating power, courage, the courage to do what your soul came to do, the courage to be loyal to your soul. And courage to be tender, courage to be vulnerable, courage to receive. Another deep breath, bringing this light down to the second chakra between the navel and the base of your spine. As now you activate flow, ease, creativity. This figure 8 moves back and forth in your second chakra, releasing the rigidity. Another breath, bringing this light all the way to the base of your spine. And here, activating faith, and trust. This capacity to trust yourself, removing doubt, transmuting doubt, to trust the divine, to trust the divine in you. Then another deep breath. Allow the light to move all the way out the soles of your feet, down your legs and the soles of your feet, all the way down to Mother Earth. To the crystalline core of Mother Earth. In this core are your unique footprints that only you can fill. There's no mistake you're here. You incarnated for this. And so I invite you to find your unique footprints and very consciously, if you're ready, to step into them. Yes, Mother Earth, I'm here. I remembered. I'm here during this chaotic time of transition. I'm here to remember the Christed being. I'm here to awaken the Christ within me so that I may serve as Jesus served, as Mother Mary served, as all the players 2,000 years ago served. I remember. And now see yourself as a pillar of light, of bringing the heavens through your physicality down to Mother Earth. Similar to an acupuncture needle that stabilizes the body. Each one of you, a stabilizing pillar of light, wherever you stand on this planet. Each one of you, an important part in this grid of light around the planet. As the planet moves through her transition of awakening and of ascending. And I invite you to take a moment to renew your commitment to Mother Earth. And I invite you also to ask Mother Earth for grace, for any energy that you need, whether it's courage, whether it's tenderness, to activate that within you. Intuition, humility. Activate this in me, strengthen me, so that I may serve as this is what I was born for. Bringing heaven to earth. Grant me the grace to play my role in this design, the second coming of the Christ, which is each one of us, global. And feeling the pulsation beneath your feet, the gratitude of Mother Earth, that you're remembering, that you're expanding your light. And from the soles of your feet, from this crystalline core, bring this energy, this light up through your legs, and allow it to mix and merge with the energy in your heart. And expand even more. And now connecting your heart to the heart of everyone on this call from all around the globe. And for those who come later and listen to the call. So we create a huge vortex of light, a grid of light around the planet. In our togetherness, in our shared mission, our shared reason for being here now. Bring this Christed light to the planet and amplify it. And I invite you now, as you gaze at the photo, open your eyes, they're closed, and gaze at the picture of Mary Magdalena, our role model, our important role in this grand design. Allow your eyes to gaze into the eyes of Mary Magdalena. Let them soften. As Mary Magdalena offers to you this egg of light, new life, and places it in your heart. Adding her power and her strength. Amplifying this for you. As she knows full well, human and divine. Grant me the grace to play my role with tenderness, with power, alignment, as you did, Mary. Help me not to waver. And I invite you to ask Mary for anything that you need. Ask and it is given. As we remember on planet Earth with our free will, we must ask. And then with another deep, deep breath, I invite you to relax. Open your eyes fully as we begin our program together. And I again thank you all for taking the time to be with us in our program. Now I pass it to you, Diane.
At this time of year, all of the major religions have celebrations that honor the coming of the light. Master Jesus is often thought of only in terms, though, of the Christian religion. But Jesus did not build a church. He did not start a religion. Instead, he brought the Christ love through the temple of his humanity into and onto the earth. Jesus was a great master who studied the Hindu, Buddhist, and Jewish esoteric practices. He was an avatar who came to create the example of the living Christ consciousness in human form. As Yogananda teaches, each year at Christmas time, there is a stronger than usual vibration of Christ love and joy that emanates to earth from the heavenly realms. On this most sacred eve, we come together to open ourselves to the Christ love and joy and awaken and amplify the Christ light within each one of us.
The story of Master Jesus's birth is a powerful spiritual story with lessons for all of us to emulate from the many souls who came together to bring this light to the world. Today, over 2,000 years later, each one of us is called to bring the light of love into this world and through our Magdalena grid. On this, the anniversary of Master Jesus's birth, we recall the events of this sacred night when Christ's light was given birth. And we honor all of those who played their role in birthing that light, that we might follow their example and serve to birth the Christ light once again into a waiting earth and all of its beloved human beings.
In those days, a decree went out from Emperor Augustus that all of the world shall be registered. So all went to their own towns to be registered. Joseph also went from the town of Nazareth to Galilee, to Judea, to the city of David called Bethlehem, because he was descended from the house and family of David. He went to be registered while Mary, to whom he was engaged and who was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for her to deliver her child, and she gave birth to her firstborn son and wrapped him in bands of cloth and laid him in a manger because there was no place for him in the inn.
In that region, there were shepherds living in the fields, keeping watch over their flock by night. Then an angel of the Lord stood before them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid, for see, I am bringing you good news of great joy for all the people. To you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is the Messiah, the Lord. There will be a sign for you. You will find a child wrapped in bands of cloth and lying in a manger." And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of heavenly hosts, praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth, peace among those to whom he favors."
When the angels had left them and gone into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let us go now to Bethlehem and see this thing that has taken place, which the Lord has made known to us." So they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the child lying in the manger. When they saw this, they made known what had been told to them about this child. And all who heard it were amused at what the shepherds told them. But Mary reassured all those words and pondered them in her heart. The shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen as it had been told them. And now we'd like you to go into your heart and be in that spot of beauty inside your heart with the ears of your heart open as we play a song that is composed and performed by one of our Magdalena teachers, Chris Kearns.
Oh
And now reflecting with your own heart, let's open to a deeper understanding of the roles that many played in this Christ story. And let's begin with Mother Mary. Jesus is only able to come into the world because of Mother Mary's faith. Despite the fact that Mary is a virgin, Angel Gabriel appears to her to give her the news that the Spirit would come upon her and she would bear a son who would be called Emmanuel, the Son of God. Mary opens us to the holiest of spirits and responds with this beautiful prayer. Behold, I'm the handmaiden of the Lord. Be it done to me according to thy word. Mary walks the path of surrender and faith. The light is born first in Mary. Her years of spiritual practice create the capacity within her to birth the Christ light. This is a role that can only be performed by the feminine. In that feminine form, Mother Mary serves as the bridge to the divine, so that this great soul may make its journey into this life, and this omnipotent light may come through Mary and into the world. Today, we are called to birth the Christ within us and through us. This Christ consciousness is born once more into the world. On the path, we are called to embody faith and surrender.
And so a baby is born of the light and into this world. The side of Master Jesus as a baby serves to awaken in us the love of our humanity. Who could ever gaze upon a newborn baby receiving the light from the star in the east and emanating the light for all of humanity and conclude that he was not wholly divine? Most of us have looked upon a newborn and felt that love and awe for the beauty of humanity awaken in those moments, along with the deepening of compassion that automatically expands from ourselves to all. The Gospel of John begins by saying the Word was made flesh. In Hebrew, each letter represents an essence of God, of Source. Therefore, the Word being made flesh is the incarnation of Spirit into all matter. On this holy eve, we honor the incarnation of our light into humanity. We are the Word. We are the light, sound, and vibration. We are called to breathe this essence into the earth. We are called to walk as Master walked. And when we do, a love of God as Source awakens in us. And that embodiment of light begins to dissolve our human experience of duality. As duality dissolves, this Christ light brings a love for humanity in all of its varied forms. This is how Jesus can say, love your neighbor, love your enemy, because there's no longer a neighbor or an enemy, a here or a there. Instead, there is only one. As we begin to awaken this Christ light within us, we experience God's source as love. And when we know love in our hearts, in our bodies, we love humanity, experiencing all that is as that. On the path, we are called to embody love and compassion.
In the time of Jesus' birth, the lowliest of professions was that of the shepherd. And yet it is no mistake that those who were considered the lowliest are the first to receive the most precious news from the angels. The Son of God has been born. The Christ light has been awakened within humanity. The lowliest are the first to receive the news of Master's birth in the beginning of the Christ story. And the gender who's considered the lowliest, a woman, our beloved Mary Magdalena, is the first to receive the news of the resurrection. Through these stories, we see that it is those that are humble who are ready to receive the light of both birth and resurrection. Humility must be understood as the love of our humanness, not a state of humiliation or less than. We unlock and awaken our spiritual connection to God by going through our humanity, not by rejecting it. When we embody humility, the light awakens within and shines for all of the world. As we awaken this light, as with the shepherds, our souls awaken within our humanity. Awake, we move out into the world in an embodiment of joy, praising the light within. We are called to embody humility and joy.
After the birth, the wise men from the east see a star in the sky that they believe heralds the birth of a great master. And so the wise men follow this point of light in the darkness. They step onto their path, and after 12 days of allowing light and intuition to lead them, they find the star in the east shining down from the heavens onto and into the baby Jesus. In their devotion and service to the light, the wise men bring gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh to honor the light. Frankincense symbolizes devotion of a heart filled with true love. Myrrh foretells the trial and sacrifice required to fulfill a divine mission in this life. Gold represents wisdom from the teacher and the value of liberating truth. During our time on this planet, we are called to embody devotion and intuition, to be of service to the light.
And so we set on the eve of the birth of a new light. All is dark, and we are laboring. Her Holiness has taught us that the birth of this new time in human history can appear messy. We can look at the world and judge that it should not be as it is in this moment. Or we can affirm our role in the grand design, embody the new presence of love, and birth the light of Christ's love through us into a waiting world. We are called on in this sacred moment to become pillars of the Christ light. We serve by embodying Mary's faith and surrender. We serve by embodying Master's love and compassion. We serve by embodying the shepherd's joy and the wise men's devotion. We answer the call of our time. And as Master Jesus was born at a time of great darkness in this world, so we are called in this moment to become pillars of the light for the coming new age. As we learned in Beloved Companion, through Master's Christ's light, the world was born anew. And now we are called to birth this new love into ourselves and into the planet. In this moment, on this most blessed night, we dedicate our very life breath to service and embodiment of the Christ light, the Christ love.
On this Christmas Eve, as we go within and answer the call to devote our lives to the embodiment of this Christ love and light, not only in service to our souls, but we are called to open our hearts and be in service to all of humanity. as Yogananda says, the one thing that will help to eliminate world suffering is to meditate and transmit to others the divine consciousness of God. Every day, radiate this consciousness to others. And so tonight we open up to the light to create of our life pillars of a new love for all of the world, and devote ourselves to radiating and transmitting that love for all of humanity. So the Christ is born once again in this moment through us.
So now I invite you to put your view on gallery. Look at each other, this Christed light, and we see the Christ in each other. Just take a moment. And now, let's take a breath together as we move into silence. Our hearts are connected. We ask for the grace of faith, surrender, humility, love, compassion, joy, devotion, and intuition, so that we too may awaken in birth the living Christ within us and serve as that. Om Jai Saima. Thank you for sharing your light with us. Thank you. Om Jai Saima.
Om Jai Jai Saima.
Om
Om Jai
Jesus.
Jai Sama.